Oh, welcome. Happy New Year, everyone. It is January 1st and it's 2024. I truly hoped you watched the video. I guess I could take off my looking cool sunglasses. The video on the numerology and energy of 2024. What's in store for us? We'll throw a link in the comments at some point. Say hi in a comment. Where are you tuning in from? And then also, what are you doing today? What does your New Year's Day look like? Me, well, I started the day with yoga and went to a yoga class I love. I'm here for about 10 more days on the North Shore of Oahu. And then from there, we went on a road bike ride. I am in training. I maintain at least 3 to 4 rides a week, either road bike or mountain bike, or I do a spin class because I will be doing my 3rd year of mountain bike racing this spring and summer, which I'm very excited about. I've come on live right now to share my word of the year. So, love to hear from you in a comment. What's your word of the year? Why did you pick it? And do you do that? Is that a practice for you? And I'll tell you why it's, I think, an important practice and the effect it has on the energy as we set things into motion through language. And also, what are you doing today? I'm really curious what my fans and followers, customers do on a New Year's Day. And now I've been back in our home and I just finished watching the first playoff game for college football. If you haven't seen it yet, spoiler alert, so you might want to turn the volume down. If you're, congratulations, Michigan. That's who I was rooting for. Sorry, Bama, Roll Tide. You've just been there so many times. We need new faces. It's like, you were, I won't get into it, but the team I was rooting for won. And now I'll make this snappy and quick because the second game's on, which is Texas and Washington. And I'm rooting for Washington because that's my old stomping grounds. The Pac-12 is where I grew up in that college division, even though it's going away after this year. Anyway, I've got my creation journal out. Let's look at my word of the year because I've written it in here. And we've got our clearance sale going on, and I did check my skincare's on. A lot of stuff's on sale, and I think this might be still on sale through through tomorrow. This is a fabulous item to make change and momentum and progress in your life. This would be my number one tool. I don't do goals anymore. I write intentions. I write as if things have already happened. I ask for the energy for them to be fulfilled. I ask for the correct inspiration and ideas to come to me so that what I'm wanting to do is aligned with the energy to do it. Because then it's easy. You should be feeling a capacity of moving into something, a movement forward. There is an exception to that. I'll tell you in a little bit. Remind me, though, if I forget. So I put my name in and the year. And the very first quote is, there's quotes all through it. We are creating each day. If you take the time each night to write out what you want to experience the next day, you will consistently have the best days of your life. Life can be consistently remarkable for you if you take the time to create it. That's from Remembering Wholeness. Bunch of instruction pages. And then the way we split this up, we start the year with the word of the year. And my word of the year is flowing. Let's see if I get that on camera. Flowing. Flowing. Now, that's a little ironic for the fact that I'm not, type 2 is my least expressive energy in me. I'm a 3, 4, 1, 2. And I have to get that 2 dialed up. It's certainly more accessible than it was in the early days of me understanding my energy profile. But the least energy that we have usually requires a more conscious effort to come into it, to bring it into our expressive self. So I wrote flowing because for me, flowing isn't necessarily how I'm moving through the world, that I'm flowing through the world. I want things to flow to me. I want to have a fluid ability to manifest what's correct for me this year. Flowing. Let's get some more comments going. Where are you tuning in from? What are you doing today? What's your word of the year if you practice this? And then I see Kim's on here. If you can throw up the link to the video on the numerology and energy of 2024 video. This word flowing really is compatible with the energy of being a double 2 and a 4 energy, flowing. It really supports the energetic setup that we're going to be in, turning within, receiving inspiration to then move outward into our journey. So I've got some goal. I do make goals, but I don't think of them that way. I never write them down as a goal. They're things that I feel moved to do. So anyway, I've said here, everything that is correct for me flows to me in such a timely way. And then I've just written down various things: flowing circulation, flowing money, flowing relationships, flowing creativity, flowing love in all my relationships, flowing time for all that wants to happen, flowing peace, flowing energy. I easily flow with it, and it easily flows to me. Flowing health, flowing kindness, flowing success. The number 2 for me is representing heart-centered. The number 0, completeness, complete cycle. The number 4 is representing turn within for amazing insight. So it's basically guidance from my heart and my soul. My heart and my soul. So it'd be what feels right and what is intuitively correct. And then turning within for amazing insight. The inner shelter and sanctuary is the internal me. Flowing generosity, flowing appreciation, flowing recognition, flowing kindness, and thanks from others. And what came to me was that regardless of what's going on in the outer world and the bigger scope of things, as I turn within and that inner world is peaceful, steady, clear, none of that can throw me off. I'm steady because of my inner balance and steadiness and clarity. And I do have, I've done 35 years of inner work at least. I mean, I started in the 80s. Yeah, I'm going on 40 years. 1985, I think we could say, was when I started reading John Bradshaw's books and attending his speaking events and learning about healing the inner child. Happened in the mid to late 80s for me. So I've done this work for 4 decades, and the cool thing is, what took a lot of time and a lot of really practice and processing 40 years ago, you can do what it took a year to do in about a week. Because everything's moving faster. The energy is just more open and vibrant. So that means you can feel worse or feel better more quickly. And there's no good or bad to that. It's just an experience. So it's like, what experience do you want? And to be in a place now where the work that I've done and continue to do, energy healing work, is a practice of mine that's like brushing my teeth. I do it to stay energetically clear, balanced, and steady on the inner realm of me. And I am grateful that I am in the place I'm at and can help others achieve that same in a lot less time, because my inner world is very quiet, very clear, very peaceful. And I had someone ask me recently if I still have thoughts that are disregarding myself or self-deprecating or thinking less of myself, or anything that has to do with disqualifying my worth. And I don't. It probably clicked and fell into place. It's like I arrived at one point and I got there and went, oh, that's all gone. I practiced training my thinking mind to think well of me, to think well of others, to think the best in life. it certainly wasn't that way when I started all this. It was I I hated myself. I mean, we don't need to go into all that, but I had a very toxic mind, a lot of emotional baggage, tons of it. And the last phase of my healing has been what was residual stuff that my body has held for literally my entire life, that just really finally came to it came to the forefront 10 years ago. And I love the fact that I've learned so much in this journey. It's been phenomenal for me to learn about healthy aging now, because I'm aging better than I would have if I had not had to deal with a lot of these things. So my word is flowing. What's your word? And then I am starting to craft the first group of pages are 12 months pages, because we want people to be able to buy this any time of the year and put in the information instead of it starting in January. The way we laid this out was just the first 24 pages include your month calendar to write out your dates, intentions for important dates of that month, and then a word of the month. And I still need to fill out my intentions for the month, but my January word is ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to live free of any residual energetic trauma of the past. And then last night I crafted, we moved to the month, and now I wrote what I wanted for today. This is all space to fill in more insight, creation statement. Energy sketching is something I teach. We can send a link, we can put a link up to that. I have a video on how to do that on my website. But it's basically real basic sketches and drawings to put into physical form what it is you desire. And now that the law of attraction and the process and creation, kind of it's a more mainstream thing. People have heard of it in today's world. You've heard of manifesting, you've heard of creation processes. And what I have found, being a teacher of this for now close to 30 years, because before I wrote Remembering Wholeness, I was teaching it in the 90s to a lot of my students and coaching clients when I had a one-on-one practice. And so the key thing is, a lot of people can create it in thought, but then emotional baggage blocks it, and subconscious deeper beliefs kind of throw a lot of junk at it, and it never gets brought into the physical. It's like your mind can think it. You're like, yeah, I want that. I can, yeah, that's what I want. And you think it, yet there's a lot of subconscious stuff mucking it up, and emotional baggage that kind of blocks the ability for it to materialize. And then that gift of being able to, I am really good at bringing it into physical form, because I've practiced this for so many years. And that's what you'll get from this experience and being a member of the Healing Center. So these are on sale right now. I also want to give a quick update on the anti-aging body lotion, this dreamy, luxurious, heal everything lotion. I say that check with your doctor on that. I don't know if it heals everything. I know it's healing a lot of my skin stuff, but check this out. I am a woman who's out in the outdoors a lot. I put on sunscreen. I even have sunscreen sleeves, but my arms get a fair amount of exposure, and they certainly have over the years. I don't have, this is a scar from a mountain biking accident. I don't have crepey skin where it gets all crepey and loose and textured. I'm 66. This is remarkable to me. Look at that. I love this stuff. So we're down to 40 bottles. We will be out. We will have to say out of stock for 3 to 4 weeks probably. And then once we know it's getting shipped, we'll announce that it's available and take pre-orders. But there's a backlog on some of the ingredients, the supply chain issues to our formulator. manufacturer of this let us know, dang, we're not going to be able to refill your inventory as quick as you need it. We didn't know we'd need it this quick, so thanks for your patience. But if you want to be one of the lucky people to get one of the last bottles, go for it. Go to dressingyourtruth.com/anti-aging. So that's it. That's all I got for today. But we're starting the weight loss cure on January 8th. You've heard me say I could call it the Get Healthy Cure. I could call it the Stop the Cravings Cure. Be done with poor food choices for the rest of your life cure. Because what you want to get to is a place where you just, without any efforting, no efforting, with ease, your natural draw, your natural appetite, your natural, what you feel moved to do and how you eat and how you move in life and the kind of fitness that you do is true to you and will allow you to get to your healthy weight and fittest level. I am a walking example of that. I had weight and body issues in my entire life. I am an expert in this arena because I had to heal it, and it took me about 45 years, if not more, maybe 50, because it's only been really the last, it was 3 years ago. I was still at odds with the number on the scale. I was still really troubled every time I got on a scale. I'd feel this big, huge disappointment. I'm not where I want to be. I'd always be 5 to 10 pounds from where I wanted to be. It doesn't matter what I do. I can't get there. I had this conflict with the number on the scale, and I dedicated my healing center work, because 3 years ago when we did the weight loss cure, that was my focus for the entirety of the course, was to heal my issues with the scale. I'd done a lot with food. I had done a lot with my appearance. It was the scale and the number and how much I weighed. It was just, I was at odds with it. I wasn't at peace. And it was a huge conflict in my life. And I could really get OCD about it. I'd weigh myself in the morning. I'd weigh myself at night. I'm like, this is not healthy. I healed it. And now I get on the scale and it can say whatever, because I know I'll go right back down to my set point, which is about 161. Between 161 and 162. And that's 5 pounds lighter. I actually hit the number I wanted to hit when I was so frustrated and angry with the scale. Once I let it go and I love myself no matter what, I caught myself in those feelings. I caught myself in those disgusting, just feeling so frustrated and defeated. That's the word I wanted. When I just got on that scale, I made myself weigh myself and see what came up, and just said, I'm gonna love myself right here. I'm gonna pretend I have 20 more pounds than this. How would I feel? I'm gonna love myself. I just kept working it, and it shifted, and I neutralized it, basically. It no longer mattered to me. It was like, whatever, it is what it is. It just got neutralized because I kept clearing all the emotional charges around it that I'd lived with since I was about 15. And that I was never the right weight. And once I neutralized all that and cleaned up all the emotional stuff, I just let it be what it was and see what happened. And I've now reset at about 161. It just did it on its own. It's really remarkable. So go to healwithcarol.com/weight loss. We start a week from today on the weight loss cure, and it's gonna, no matter what, I don't know a whole lot of people that don't have some piece to heal when it comes to food, diet, fitness. It's just such a huge, my joke is, we create too much weight and not enough money. That's the struggle. That is like the collective consciousness, at least in the United States, is we're creating too much weight and not enough money. Let's switch that. Let's turn that around. We'll see you in the Healing Center, and thanks for sharing your word of the year and why you chose it and what that means to you. Thanks.